I am Sanya, and today I will be showing you how to establish your coconut nursery. Now that you have gone through looking at the mother palm, selecting your seed nuts, now it is time for us to set those in the nursery. One of the first things that you need to ensure is that you have open, flat land.
So we have selected this location. Some of the location specifics: the soil type must be free draining, friable soil, so that you don't have any waterlogging when there is heavy rain, or if your irrigation system is going, that you don't have waterlogging, because that will cause rotting and stuff like that of the seed nut. And you also want to prepare the soil in such a way that you can easily manipulate it, because you're going to be partially covering the seed nuts once you have laid them down.
The seed nuts that will be selected, once selected from your mother palms, one of the criterion to pay attention to is the sloshing of the water within the nut. This indicates maturity of the seed nuts. The seed nuts, you recognize that it has at least 3 ridges on it. One side tends to be the flattest side, and on the other side it tends to have that bulge. Now normally, before putting into the nursery, we tend to check for that, because it is our understanding that the embryo would then fall within this region, and you would want that to protrude the husk without any form of hindrances.
There are 3 orientations that tend to be used. Either you're going to place it vertically like this, or you're going to angle it at about 45 degrees so that the embryo is up like that, or you're going to lay it flat like that. Of course, flat is the easiest way to do it. You just put it down, but it has been shown that diagonal is giving the best germination rates, right?
As soon as you have harvested nuts, you need to ensure that you put them in the nursery as soon as possible. If you recognize that the cavity of the nut has a lot of water within it, and if the water dries out, then it will certainly affect your germination rate. Now, the sooner you put them in the nurseries, the better it is. Now, the flat side of your nuts, what we tend to do is to have them set in this fashion. So you recognize that the angle to which it is set allows for the water to run down towards the embryo. And to understand a little bit about the physiology of the germination is that it is the water within the nut that actually provides the nutrition for the growth of the seedlings to come out. Of course, as well as what we refer to as the coconut kernel or the endosperm. So we continue to set them a bit tilted, and we tend to go 10 nuts across. Now that we have laid them out in the nursery, we now need to ensure that they are covered, because remember, we do not want the water within the nut cavity to dry out. In this case, we're using soil. As mentioned before, you could use another material that will help to retain the moisture.
And in addition to doing this, we can put coir on top. Other options, you have sawdust, coir dust, fiber, and bagasse. Bagasse, the advantage of bagasse is that it helps to retain more moisture.
Once the beds are deemed ready, you'll want to ensure that the seedlings that will be selected to be planted out into the field, they are the healthy seedlings. So you want to ensure that they have that dark green looking leaves, that in some cases you may have early splitting of the leaves, or you can always select those seedlings that have at least 3 leaves. The petiole should be short or short leaf stalk, and the petiole color, which is an indication of the color fruit that you have, actually resembles the variety that you would have selected.